Hey guys, I'm Anand, your tech guide from Tech Store, and in this video we have the successor of the Dell Inspiron 15-3511, which is the 3520, which Dell has launched after rectifying a lot of mistakes that 3511 had, which we had brought to the notice of Dell and the public in large in our previous videos. So we have it hands-on with us today, and let's dig deep into this particular model and make you understand if you should buy this laptop or not. So let's get started. So the Dell 3520 is basically having an Intel Core i5 12th generation processor and an Intel i3 12th generation processor, and it comes basically in three color variants: black, blue and silver. We have the silver variant today, and we have the top end variant, which is the Core i5 12th with 16 GB and 512 GB SSD and with fingerprint reader, backlit keyboard and a metallic top panel. So if you are buying this configuration, you are getting all of these together. If you are buying a Core i3 or a Core i5 without graphic card, you will not have a C-type port, you will neither have a backlit, neither have a fingerprint reader. So note this thing across, my friends. Only if you are buying the top end model, you will be getting fingerprint reader, backlit keyboard and a C-type port. So these three things you need to note. So let's get started. So this particular model has got a beautiful metal panel on the top, which was not there in 3511. Even the top end ones did not have metal over here. They all had plastic top panel, but this has got metal. So this is a very good thing by Dell. Obviously, because of the hinges issue, they have made this as metal. So as soon as we open it, we see a two-sided nano bezel, and we see a webcam shutter also. The webcam is a full HD web camera. The screen is a beautiful 250 nits, 120 Hz full HD IPS panel screen. Very nice viewing angles, and the clarity is superb. It's an anti-glare screen. The keyboard, the key travel is much superior than 3511. If you when you're using the keyboard, you'll feel much better than when you're using the 3511. The touchpad remains the same. The inner touchpad area is again polycarbonate. It is not metallic. You can see the fingerprint reader over here, and the NVIDIA logo is over here. It's got the same design that was there in 3511. There is no major change in the design per se. If you keep the two laptops side by side, you will not come to know which is 3511, which is 3520. So on the left side, we have the DC jack and a DC power connector indicator, HDMI port, a USB 3.0, a C-type port, and in the front we don't have any IOs whatsoever. On the right, we have a memory card reader. We have another USB 2.0 port. They could have made it USB 3.0 in fact actually. And you have a headphone mic combi. The design is very slim, as you can see. And on the rear again, the same design is continued. It's got this curved frame over here, and the heat dissipation is from this side itself, just like the last time's model. The base is also the same. The base is having this metallic finish. It is not metal, it is plastic polycarbonate. Good amount of perforation which is there over here. The rudders are placed. The speaker grill is over here. We'll test the speakers also. So now that we know how it looks, let's dig deep and check what are the RAM, SSDs, hard drive, and how do we upgrade the entire laptop, whether it is upgradable, replace the battery. So let's do it. Let's check the camera quality over here. This video is shot from the web camera of the Dell Inspiron 3520. It's got a full HD webcam, that is 1920x1080 resolution. That is something that is not seen in this particular category of laptops. The audio quality is also very good because of the dual array microphone, as well as it has got a shutter over here. So physical shutter is always better for privacy. So big thumbs up on the webcam on this particular model. So let's check the speaker quality of the Dell Inspiron 3520. Audio quality is fantastic, as was in the earlier series, but they have bettered it actually. If you ask me, the 3520 speaker is a big thumbs up over here. So let's see if this laptop opens with a one-hand operation. This was a major issue with 3511. So let's see if Dell has rectified it. No, it's much better, but you still need to juggle a little for it to be opened with one hand. So I would still suggest you just loosen the hinges screw inside a tad little bit so that it opens with one hand. That would help, and the laptop will not have the hinges or display frame breaking issues. The screen quality is phenomenal at this given price point. It has got 250 nits with 120 Hz refresh rate and full HD IPS panel. The viewing angles are very good. From any angle that you would see, you will not get edges like in the TN panel. So big improvement on the screen. First thing first, we need to flip the laptop and you will see all these screws which we need to open. Start from the hinges screw over here. Please note that this screw will not come out and neither will this screw come out. This screw will come out, and remove all the other screws that you are seeing. Now we need to take a prier like this, and this space which has been protruded after the screw has been unscrewed will give you this cavity where you can put the prier and very gently just run the prier through and the base will come out. So this is the inner of the laptop. As you can see, this is the SSD bay area, this is the hard disk bay, battery, 2 RAM slots, Wi-Fi chip, the fan, the speakers, everything is over here. So let's start first thing first by removing the battery here. So for removing the battery, you need to remove the hard disk connector first. So just need to remove it like this and it comes off, and then remove these screws that are there. And then you need to remove this connector, pull it out, and the battery comes off. So this is basically a standard 41 watt hour battery G91J0. So if you want to replace the battery, just take a similar battery and you can replace it. Obviously you have to remove this connector also. We will show you how to do it. You need to pull it out, this particular connector like this, and remove this particular connector over here, and take another battery like this and use the same connector. The connector can be put like this. And it can be locked, and it is locked here. So let's keep the battery on one side. Coming to the RAM bay area, as this is a 16 GB variant, it has got 8+8 already on board. So if you want to upgrade, you just need to remove one of these slots, take the 2 thumb fingers, remove the RAM like this, and this basically is a 8 GB 1RX16 RAM PC4 3200AA. That means it has got a 3200 MHz and one rank RAM that you have to buy. You can take another 16 GB and upgrade this particular laptop up to 32 GB, 16 GB plus 16 GB. So just take a RAM like this and insert it over here and press it from the top. Coming to the hard disk bay area over here, if your laptop 3520 has SSD only, you will see that the hard disk bay area is empty, but it will have the casing over here. So in a scenario you want to replace the hard drive or put a hard drive also, this is the way you have to remove these 4 screws, remove this particular connector, this entire hard disk assembly, and this is basically a 2 TB hard drive that we have put on this particular laptop. So just remove the connector like this. Just take another hard disk, 2.5 SATA SSD or a hard drive, and you need to remove these 1, 2, 3 and 4 screws and put it back onto this. Just put it back, the connector like this, and put the screws back. So you can upgrade this particular laptop's hard drive up to 2 TB. That is a max. Now coming to the part where the SSD is installed, you need to remove this one screw if you want to upgrade. So this particular screw over here has got a smaller threading over here, as you can see. It will not get opened with a normal star screwdriver. A thinner PH00 head star screwdriver has to be used. And you can remove the existing SSD that is there. Or in a scenario if your laptop does not have a SSD, in the Core i3 and the entry level variants, if there is no hard drive, only hard drive is there is no SSD, just take a 1 TB or a 512 GB or a 256 GB NVMe SSD. It has got a M.2 NVMe SSD port and Gen 3. You can just take the SSD like this and you can install it very comfortably. It can be a 2280 only at this point of time. The smaller variants, you need to again have a connector. So this is the Wi-Fi chip over here. If you want to remove the Wi-Fi chip, just need to remove this one screw over here, and this entire Wi-Fi chip can be replaced. The speakers are over here, so the speaker wiring is over here, and you can just remove this entire speaker. It does not have any screw or any holding inside adhesive. You just need to remove it like this and remove this particular wiring, and the speaker will come off. You can take a similar speaker and replace it. The heatsink is over here. The processor fan, if you want to replace the fan, just need to remove these two screws, and you can remove this particular connector, and the power connector comes off. This is the fan that you need to buy in a scenario your fan is not working. This is the exact fan that you need. To put the fan back, just need to install the power connector and screw it back. So this is the DC jack connector over here, which is just below this particular hinge section. This is the VGA cable over here. This is the keyboard connector. This is the backlit connector. This is the touchpad connector. So all in all, a good design by Dell. Let's put things back into its place. Let's put the battery first. Start pressing the base onto the touchpad area. Start pressing on all sides and screw the hinges first. All the screws are of the same height, so you need not worry. And you are good to go. To open it and power on. So as soon as you power on, immediately the screen will not show the Dell logo. The backlight will power on and it will power off once, and again it will power on, because we have removed the battery and again reinserted the battery. Don't panic here. Even if you have replaced the RAM or anything, it will take a certain amount of time to boot for the first time after doing the upgrade. As you can see, the Dell logo has come up now. It will power off and again it will power on its own. Just press continue over here and it will boot into Windows. You're good to go. So this, my friends, was a video showing the review and the disassembly of the Dell Inspiron 153520. It is 2022 and this is the latest model that Dell has launched, replacing the faulty 3511. Now the high points for this particular laptop from me, after doing the entire review and disassembly, is that it has got a metallic top cover, which is not there in the other 3000 series. It has got a fingerprint reader in the high-end versions, as well as a backlit keyboard and a C-type port. Now if you're taking a Core i3 or a Core i5 without graphics, you will not get these. As well as if you require a fingerprint, you have to specifically take a 16 GB variant. The inners are absolutely the same. The outer outlook is just like the previous 3511. There is no change whatsoever. The heat dissipation also is absolutely same. But it comes with Core i5 and Core i3 12th generation series of processor, and the NVIDIA graphics chip is MX550. Overall, there's a lot of improvement. Even the Wi-Fi is a Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth is a 5.2, and the screen quality is fantastic. It has got a 120 Hz refresh rate screen, and the 250 nits brightness is pretty vivid with full HD IPS wide viewing angles. That is another improvement. And apart from all this, it has got a full HD webcam. That is something that we've not come across in any of the Dell series in this particular price segment. And the keyboard backlit is fantastic, as I can say. The only thing is the battery watt hour is only 41 watt hours, which could have been better. The RAM upgradability is up to 32 GB, 16 plus 16 GB. The SSD upgradability is up to 2 TB SSD, and the hard drive up to 2 TB storage. So all in all, a very good improvement. The Dell 3511 has evolved into 3520, and we are really looking forward. This review is after using this particular laptop for almost 1 month, and we should thank Dell that they have replaced one of these 3511s which are faulty with a 3520. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and do let us know your suggestions and comments, and do not forget to subscribe to us. Thank you so much.